With the block, if you place one inside the scene, and the first thing we were going to look at on the settings was the layers. I'm going to go out of here, the tab right here that says layers, the icon layer. We're currently on home layer, this is the middle. We can either go to the middle foreground or the complete foreground. We can go to a middle background or the far background. In total, this gives you a little over 50 plus different layer options because you'll have your layer plus your offset. If we have our layer right here, what we can do on it is actually, we'll stick with this layer, but if we're going to see what something else inside the scene happens, I'm going to place we'll do another block here, and we're going to put it on the background, mid background, and I'm going to place it inside the scene. I'm going to move. Now currently it's locked into grid mode. If you push G just for the hotkey real quick, you can move it to the side. I'm going to move it so that it's kind of cutting this one off right here. If we go back to our home layer, our middle layer right here, you'll notice that the tile is actually in front of the other tile. Okay. So when we go to properties for this one, if I go to my layer and I say I want to go to layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, notice that now it's actually moving in front or behind it based on where the other one is. Okay, so that's going to control your layers. Important thing to note about layers, if you say you want to go to layer 1 and then you click off to go to layer 1, you no longer have access to it because you're on middle layer. If you want to get back to your object, click on the middle back layer, and then you'll have access to it right here. And if you want to bring it forward to layer 2, you can click on it that way, and now it's no longer available here until you go to layer 2. Alright, so that's going to be the first look at layers. It's a little tricky to get down in terms of understanding it, but visually, when it comes to setting up scenes, it makes a lot of the work easier to put things into a background layer and then put things into an action layer, an area where you're going to be using the player to interact with.